114 weeks ago, I started with nothing. No massive lump sum, just a plan to invest $60 into 12 dividend-paying stocks every other week to see if anyone can invest their way to financial freedom. Today, we're checking on the pulse of that experiment. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. My name is Troy, and I built this series that you're gonna see today because I was tired of only seeing portfolios with tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in them, which all felt impossible to reach. It honestly felt like nobody had a video going back to day one, so my goal was to show you the ground floor with real money, the real struggle, and what it really takes to get there. If you're just getting started on your own journey or want to see how this journey began, I'm going to link episode 1 above. You can watch this portfolio start from literally $0. Before we dive into the numbers, I want this series to be the best series for you. Please comment down below and let me know what data points you think this portfolio is missing or what data points I can go ahead and scrap because it's making it too complicated. Let me know down below. But now let's go ahead and get a refresher on where we sat last episode. Let's look at the pulse. As of our last check-in, the portfolio sat at $3,716.85 with a total gain of $232.48 or 6.7%. This past Friday, that $60 army was deployed once again. That's $5 into each of our 12 compounders. Whether the market was up or down, we stayed the course. Checking out this chart, we're back in balance as of this episode with all 12 stocks at or close enough to that $295 mark per holding. As you saw, since every stock in this portfolio is on the same playing field, the market is the ultimate judge. This momentum chart tracks the percent gained or lost just since our last episode. As you can see here, we've gotten absolutely destroyed over the past 2 weeks with 4 positions down over 10% each. That's downright impressive for all the wrong reasons, but there's nothing we can do other than stay on the ride and keep investing. This right here is the perfect example detailing the ebbs and flows of the stock market. Some of these stocks have gone from my worst performers to my best performers and vice versa, and only time will tell where they will actually end up. Putting this chart in motion has been a lot of fun for me personally, as I think it's just so much better showing the ups and downs of these positions over time than the typical line chart. While the last few episodes of this series have seemingly only been going in the wrong direction, that's happened before, so we'll just see how long it takes to rebound this time. After this most recent fight with Mike Tyson, it's time to take a look at the current standings. AVGO also gave back some money over the past 2 weeks, but remains the portfolio's MVP, up over 55%. And HUM remains the best at losing me money, down over 38%. As all of these stocks seem to be tumbling, we'll do our best to ignore this short-term performance, buy the dips while they're here, and wait for the rebound that has to come one day or another. Right? Zooming out to look at this portfolio as a whole, you'll be able to see all the ups and downs since this portfolio began. When people talk about the stock market being risky, this is what they see. The day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month swings. Those alone are typically enough to scare and intimidate the average person away from doing the right thing and staying invested, which only compounds the problem, aka the buying high and selling low issue. With us being in this for the long haul, it'll be laughable to try to find these rough patches on the bigger charts years from now, so there won't be any hopping off the ride halfway through here. Now, while all the holdings in this portfolio seem to be heading in the wrong direction, there is one thing that always seems to go in the right direction: the dividends. Since last episode, we received 2 dividend payments in this account. Let's go ahead and look at those payments and make sure you pay attention to the very first dividend from these companies and how they've grown with each passing payout. On March 12th, Kinsale Capital Group, or stock ticker KNSL, paid out 16 cents, bringing its total to 56 cents all time. And like I said, you can see each payout jump from the previous payment, and that's due to more money being added and a few dividend raises sprinkled in there as well. Then on March 18th, Old Dominion Freight Line, or stock ticker ODFL, paid out 47 cents, bringing its total to $2.04 all time. And just like the last one, this one is also paying out more and more each time it sends cash our way. When you start a brand new dividend portfolio, trying to find excitement in the pennies or nickels it's throwing your way can be a challenge. The way of thinking that has helped me the most is to focus on the percentage differences over time, and that keeps me motivated in these harder times as a dividend investor. Adding in these 2 payments into our March numbers leaves us at $1.45 so far for the month, which happens to already be 7.4% higher than March of 2025. And you'll see here in a few minutes, we still have more income to come before we close out quarter 1 of 2026. Now it's time to check in on the bonus investment for that bonus investment minigame. As a reminder, since the stocks in this portfolio pay out vastly different amounts, we don't drip the dividends, we pull them until we hit $60 so we can buy a free round of all 12 stocks at once. That first bonus investment was completed on January 9th of 2026, which was 724 days after the portfolio began. And based on the current numbers and most recent investment, the second bonus investment is now projected for July 12th of 2027, or just 549 days after the first one. For anyone that wanted to bring up that this date is actually later than last episode, you are 100% correct. This is simply because we had to take a few dollars from the cash balance to even out the lagging positions, which makes it look like we lost progress, but I assure you, we're still headed in the right direction. As we continue to add money to this portfolio, dividend raises are received, and time passes, we'll get closer and closer to that second bonus investment, and then the third one, and so on. As promised, let's take a quick peek to see what's coming between now and next episode. The next episode should be coming out on April 6th, and it looks like we'll have 3 more payments between now and then. On March 31st, we'll get paid out from AVGO and get the interest payment from SPAXX due to the cash sitting in the account. And then on April 2nd, PHM will be sending more money our way. Also, it's important to outline the ex-dividend dates on March 23rd with AVGO, March 27th for HUM, and March 31st for STLD and DDS, all locking in the next payments from those companies. While we definitely have gotten hit pretty hard over the last few episodes in this portfolio, my morale remains high because we're using the same amount of money to buy even more shares, aka buying the dips. In the meantime, we're going to keep collecting those growing dividends as a pain and suffering payment. If you want to either continue to watch this portfolio's downfall or see its triumphant return, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. 114 weeks ago, I started with 0. Now I have a portfolio that pays me little bits of money while I sleep. If I can do this with $60 per paycheck, you can do it too. So what are you waiting for? If you're ready to start your own journey, I'm going to link the playlist that houses every single episode from this series on the screen, and you can watch that and follow along. But until next time, see you.